Cancer. How about a reading from me, your Metal Dog Tarot channel? We're getting a little advice for 2023 here. We're going to start with an overall energy from the Tarot of the She, which I use often, and I always want you to see how to spell she. Great deck. Really powerful. Really cutting this deck here. What is going on for Cancer? Then we'll pull 5 cards and clarify. But let's see, what's this about? What's Cancer looking at? Wow, a 4 of Wands, Warrior 4. What does it say? Foundations blessed. So this is a beautiful card. This is about a soulmate connection. It's about stability. It's about the people that get you, that you get to be yourself with. It's an energy of fire, very stable. That's why I'm talking about foundations. It's stable because there's 4 wands, like 4 legs of a table. Everything is up on the surface, hence authenticity. It could be a marriage. And we will find out more as we go along. That's a beautiful card. And then we have a beautiful wish fulfillment. The Dancer 9, it's a 9 of Cups. What is your wish? We're all looking at our ideal of happiness. This appears to be about that for you, Cancer. Okay. Let's look into this a little bit further. We're going to use for Hoxa. MJ Kulinan is the artist of this deck. I have so many of her decks. They're beautiful visions. They really resonate with I don't know, why am I doing commercials for you, Cancer? I don't know. Anyway, for Hoxa, we're going to start with what you ought to release in this new year, what you want to embrace, what you will revisit here as planets are in retrograde, what is hidden that the tarot wants you to know, and what the future may be. And let's begin with what you will release. The Hermit. Have you been going alone, looking into your feelings, examining your past? It sounds like it's time to come out of your alone time. I'm thinking of the hermit crab shell that Cancer can go into for a very, very long time, it seems. Is it possible to go in there for years? So it's time to release that. We'll find out how. Perhaps there's some insight. Usually there's an insight that the hermit gets, and it's time to bring that to the world, or you yourself come out of your little shell. What you embrace is the 9 of Earth, card of self-sovereignty. We can see the fairy on her fox friend's head. It's a card about being the one that makes your own beautiful home. You have brought your own fortune to this project. It's very beautiful. It doesn't mean you're alone, but there is a sort of solitariness to you, Cancer, that's coming through, even though we can see that you might have somebody else coming in, or other people, some kind of community or partnership. It's a wish fulfillment coming in, but you're embracing your solitude here in a 9 of Earth. So the Hermit in solitude, the 9 of Earth, is a different kind of solitude, but they're both about you with yourself, self-sovereignty. We will find out more upon clarification. So what are you revisiting? As we see, Mercury is in retrograde, Mars is in retrograde, and Uranus is in retrograde. And I feel like I want you to look up how long Uranus has been in retrograde within Taurus, planet of Earth. And then we have Mars in retrograde in Gemini, Mercury, I'm blinking, where's Mercury in retrograde? In Aquarius, right? And here we are in the age of Aquarius. Okay, so Wow, you have been temperate. You have been in temperance. You can see the fairy. Her back is to us. She is, this is a card of divine support, of alchemizing your feelings. This is quite something you're quite skilled at, Cancer. You can take quite a long time at it. And my sense of Cancerians is you don't really mind taking your time to really work through your feelings. We can kind of see this, the way that her feet are in this water. Those would be your emotions. So perhaps you're just kind of revisiting what you learned during this hermiting process here in the past little while. What the tarot wants you to know that is hidden from you, a Two of Fire. It's a vision. There's maybe a need to have a vision. Some vision. Could be yours, could be somebody else's. It's a fire is your will, is the willpower, it's the body. So there's somebody, possibly you, exerting their will to create a vision. Maybe you need a vision. Let's find out the future for Cancer. The future is unknown, the moon. Now this is a card of Pisces, but it is your fellow water sign really looking into your inner depths, your darkness. So it's a very similar kind of feel. And this Hermit is a Virgo card. A moon, secret, intuitive knowing. But usually it just means like at this point, we can't see the future unless what we see in the future is more you with you going into your depths. What I think is happening is there's something that's keeping you isolated. It's blocking you from companionship with others, and you've been spending so much time in your feels and in the past. And I think of Cancerians can be a bit nostalgic. Maybe you're like doing inner child work. It's not bad. I just feel like you're so in the past, you're not envisioning the future. And there's a lot of wands and this Dancer 9, this 9 of Cups, 4 of Wands, 2 of Wands. They're saying something about a vision where you're not alone. But in the future, we actually see you still alone, still deep in this emotional work. It's not bad. I guess I want to know what your vision might be. Do you have a vision, Cancer? It looks like you need a vision. This is so you. Underlying energy is the Page of Water. Mermaids in this deck represent the sign, the suit of water, or cups, your emotions. Sometimes we can see these water lilies as cups. So the Page of Water, it's a young, light, flirty energy. And then we see doing a bunch of work. The 8 of Earth. Very much work with the earth. It's a new skill. It's a skill building. I'm going to see you're looking into the past quite a bit. Both these energies are past looking. You're working over transforming the past. That is not bad at all. It's just you don't have a vision for how to go forward. So let's find out more. I'm going to use, Tarot of the Old Path wants to talk to you. Lots of magical, ancient, pagan, fairy decks here wanting to talk to you today, Cancer. So let's see. What is the Tarot of the Old Path going to do to clarify what you're releasing? The Hermit. Okay. The Empress. Abundance, the divine feminine, nurturing, supportive, very Cancerian. This is a card of Earth, though. Mother Earth herself. But I always think of cancers like sometimes you can be overly nurturing to your expense. So that's a part of what the Hermit has been reflecting back on this past history of yours. There's your Nine of Cups. This is this ideal of wish fulfillment that came up here in the Dancer 9. So it's like you found fulfillment. Oh, other people found fulfillment through your generosity, and you're reflecting back on that. And then we see this, this is the same card as you get here for your embrace, the Nine of Pentacles, self-sovereignty. It looks like embracing yourself after you've realized that your nurturing and generous spirit has been this is a very greedy Nine of Cups. It's like somebody that took a lot from you, and you're reflecting on that. And what you come to is an ideal of the Nine of Pentacles. I am sovereign of myself. I live for myself. And in a way, you must. That is what you're being told to embrace. The Nine of Earth, self-sovereignty. That's what Gawain learns in the Arthurian legends. What women in particular want, but I think all beings want, is self-sovereignty. This is a sort of self-sovereignty that's about making your home in nature. And so the Empress makes us think about this quality of yours too, this truly feminine, lovely, nurturing self that's given to other humans. And maybe this is time to turn that towards relations with Earth. Let's see. Strength. Beautiful. Rising to your highest self, keeping your card, Cancer, is the card of the Chariot, which is very much this sort of lion, animal, quick energy. Can be violent because you're so gentle, and then it would appear you just get pissed off and then just act with that cardinal starting energy, and it can be violent. But here we see that's not the kind of thing you're doing, Cancer. You're holding your animal power, your strength, through the feminine power that is also a quality of Cancer, of the heart, of love, of healing. And you can see you holding the caduceus there that represents healing. You can see the symbol of infinity. This is a very powerful energy. It beats addiction. So if a part of your taking care of others in the past that you're reflecting on in the Hermit has involved like a kind of codependence that can be a form of addiction, we can see you beating that here and embracing the progress that you've made. You're able to resist. Card of resistance, a Seven of Wands. Resist other wills that might be imposed upon yours. Very strong. And Five of Rods. I see you kind of letting other people just figure their own stuff out, and it looks like this, but you're free of it. You're just like, not my circus, not my monkeys. So that's great. You're embracing self-care, having reflected upon given too much to others, or self-sovereignty. I prefer that word. So you're reflecting on Temperance. This is something else. This is the way that you can just be a little stuck in the feels here. Let's see what the tarot says. I love Cancerians. What is this? Temperance. The Magician. You have the tools. They're ancient tools. You can manifest whatever you want, the world that you want. Really an ancient magical power. What else? Wow, the Hermit again. This is the same card that you're releasing, so this figure, also the card of Virgo, reflects on the past and finds truth and insight and wisdom in it. And this is so much like our Magician. These are two very powerful figures with a great deal of insight and spiritual depth. This is very like under Temperance. It's like you've come to know yourself in these ways. And then there's the Three of Rods, which is a card of manifestation. You envisioned, and then here comes the vision. So you do have a vision. We can see. So this Three of Rods is interesting to me because there's somebody helping somebody else. So that's another feature of a Three of Rods, is that somebody's going to help you. And it's weird though, because, and maybe the Magician and the Wise One are two different people, or that in the recent past, because this is what you're reflecting on, you had a collaborator, a magician or a hermit, and you helped each other and you found balance. Like, okay, so that's your recent past. So what's hidden is this visioning, this Two of Fire. What's that about? That was a Four of Cups. Let's see. It comes back up. Coming up for everybody. Four of Cups, it's like this small world view, what happened in the past, because you're reflecting so much on the past, would be causing you to doubt that there's anything to hope for in the future. Okay. King of Pentacles. This is what's hidden from you. King of Pentacles. The Security King. Again, looking towards the past. Seven of Swords. A secret. Secretiveness. Theft. Taking away. Swords are thoughts. Ideas. One more. King of Cauldrons. This is emotionally mature energy who keeps his feelings to himself because he cares about others, looking forward. This is what's hidden from you. This vision. There's some outside energy that has this, is still attached and offers security, but they are this disempowering person. They want you to be the way you used to be, giving away all of your support to them, keeping your mouth shut about what you need. They want you to be this in their life. Yeah. So that's up to you, but Tarot wants you to know there is a vision that competes with yours. It's not this collaboration of the Magician and the Hermit. I think this is why you're resisting that. Okay. All right. And this is, I'm unsatisfied here, Cancer. I'm concerned for you. So the Moon, this is your future. It's a mystery right now. It shows you still doing this work, and that's okay. This is a lifelong work to explore your depths, examine what hasn't worked for you, and find a way to move forward. Let's see, the Moon. King of Swords. The wise king who puts down his sword representing the mind or the truth, finds a way to connect it to the heart. He's quite deep, I always think, no matter what deck I look at. King of Swords, sort of the alignment of heart and mind, very mature energy. Happiness, wonderful. Authenticity, the Sun. Beautifully, we are all collectively re-examining what our happiness is, what the Sun represents. And then there's a feeling of being trapped in your mind. This is just an illusion. It allows you, it suggests to you that you can see this. This is just an idea, swords being ideas, that you are not free. Yeah, I see you in the future, Cancer, coming to terms with your freedom and your autonomy and your self-sovereignty, and that your happiness is your responsibility, and you may have somebody around you who's saying that their happiness depends on you. That is incorrect. That is whatever their trip is, it's not about you. The bottom of the deck says that you're done with that idea. 10 of Swords. It's been painful coming to terms with it, but you're stabbed 10 times here. It's dead. That idea that your loving, nurturing energy should be turned towards satisfying the wants and needs of others, as opposed to this really cool collaboration. I think you have been in a collaboration that's a meeting of equals where you help each other. That is in the past. You're reflecting on that. Something changed, and then you asserted, you're being encouraged to rise to your heart, assert your resistance, let the chaos of whatever everyone else is doing ensue. There is a strong will here from somebody who wants security. Somebody's not being forthright with you about what they want, what they think. They want you to be a king of cauldrons, this generous, silent, loving being. That's their vision for you. I see you. It's 10 of Swords here. That's over. The idea that you used to have, that the Hermit has examined, that idea that you used to have, that your loving qualities belong to this other being or other beings in general, is dead. You can get free when you take responsibility for your own happiness. This is going to take more work in the future, and we see this through the card of the Moon, where there's more for you to know. There's more for you to explore before you come upon this new concept, the Sun, which is like really you're happy and your life is fulfilled in the Sun because you know who you are. And that is represented here with the nakedness of the two figures who are reaching up to that ideal of the Sun. The Phoenix would suggest very powerfully here in the context of Stonehenge, a magical location, that this is a rising from the ashes of this painful 10 of Swords. So very much about you've been in a relationship where you've been alone. And now you're turning towards your self-sovereignty, your individual ideal of what life you want to live. Magician says you have the power to manifest that. King of Swords says it's an alignment of your heart and your mind. Sometimes because you have a big, juicy heart, Cancer, you can stay in there even though you know better in your mind. There's some suggestion that it's actually your mind that's trapping you. So I'm a heart. I'm always advocating for the heart. So your heart must know the heart wants what it wants. And it wants the Sun, this ideal of the Sun. It's for you to envision. There's a competing vision. It's not yours. I feel like you actually still haven't identified your own vision. That lies ahead for you in 2023. It's a beautiful, difficult message, Cancer. Please do let me know. And I look forward to, always love reading Cancerian cards. Thank you for opening up here to me. Have a great day. Happy New Year.